Now I know this is not a word in the biblical in the Webster's dictionary, not in there. But I thought about this the other day. I got me a word. I made me up a word. It's called enoughness. In other words, God has enoughness to handle all your stuff. His enoughness can handle all that you don't have that is enough. See, when you don't have enough, God has some enoughness to handle what you don't have. Look at what the prophet asked the woman. He said, "What do you have?" And the widow said, "I only have a bottle of oil. That's all I have. Just a little pot of oil. That's all I have. That's all, just a little pot of oil." And the prophet said, "That's enough. Because with that little pot of oil," bringing my fourth final point, "God will give deliverance for one pot of oil." Listen, watch this. Watch this. Miss Tinsley, this is for you. How often does someone else's faith and their testimony serve to strengthen you? Well, let me see if I can make that plain, because somebody's still looking at me strange. What I'm saying is, there are times when you talk to people and you start saying, "Oh, child, you don't know what I've been through. I've been through this and I've been through that." And the other person said to you, "Well, child, that's a little story based upon mine." So that little stuff you deal with, say you should have been where I am. And say to you, say, now, if God could have brought me through, then God can bring. And before you know it, your faith has been strengthened by the testimony of somebody else. God allows our faith to nurture the faith of other people. That's why you ought to come to church. And don't be ashamed to testify of some things you're going through. Because the stuff that you're going through, somebody's been through it. And let me tell you this, if God could bring them through, God is not selfish. God can bring you through. Listen, watch this. Now, here's my little hoop today. I may not get to the organ hoop, but here's my hoop today. Here's my hoop to you today. I mean, here's the holler. I mean, I'm